from Island Sun Tarot, and in this video we are going to be taking a walkthrough of the Children of Litha Tarot. This deck is created by Alexandria Huntington, and it is self-published. The edition that I have is considered the blackout edition. The edges are blackened, and it comes in this nice hard magnetic box. See here. And it comes with a rather chunky little white book, and it is in color. It shows a small depiction of the card, a little message, and there's upright and reverse meanings as well, but then they are just bullet points. All right. So just before we get started, because this deck is really unique and the creatures that this artist has created are very beautiful, and they're just so imaginative. And this deck really just sings to be read with your intuition and using your subconscious mind. So just before we get started, I just wanted to read one little bit that she has in here in the front. The Children of Litha Tarot. Be you creatures of day or monsters of night, let us reveal the truths that lay beyond sight. As above, so below, as within, so without, let us gather our strength and cast aside doubt. Just super beautiful. I mean, you're probably going to be annoyed with me by the end of this video, but I just adore this deck, and the intention and the thoughtfulness put into each of the cards and the artwork is just really, really lovely. And in the minors, it does tend to get it is a little pippish, but there's an animal depicted as well. And the only last thing that I wanted to show you just in the guidebook was, I love how she's shown here that the pips bring the seed, the knights work the land, the queens nourish the crop, and the kings bring the harvest. Very gorgeous. And then also in each of the suits, we're only going to see a certain type of animal. So for example, cups are all going to be a finned creature, swords, winged creatures, pentacles, hoof or horned creatures, and wands are going to bring forth creatures of fang and claw. So we might look in the guidebook for, you know, one of the cards so you can get a feel for how it's written and what you're given with the guidebook provided. Although this deck, as I said before, really just read it intuitively. The art gives you so much, and some of it does give you a little bit of the Rider-Waite-Smith vibes, but also if you go with your Marseille meanings for the pips and then go with the animal given as well, it's reads beautifully. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at the back of the card and then the cardstock as well. It is a matte finish, the backing I love. It is reversible. And you can see here, even with the light right there, it's completely matte. They're very soft, super buttery. When I first got the deck, it was really sticky, I will admit, but after working it in a little bit, it definitely slides nicer once you get it worked in. All right, so first here we have the Fool. She's very beautiful in her style of dress. So wistful the way she looks at the bird. And then we have the Magician. So as we see here in this card, and we will see in many of the cards, that there's this imaginary creature that she's created, but it's stunning. This almost like scarab or beetle-like feeling, but yet he looks fey with his wings for the Magician. So the cup, the pentacle, a sword. There is this almost crystal-like wand, but then also a staff here as well. So the roses. Then we have the High Priestess. So she is part octopus And then her hair, to me, looks like a veil. I do love the full moon in the background. She has the pomegranate as well. And then it's kind of hard to see here because everything does have this black circle around it, but there is the black pillar as well as the white here. And you can see even her hand is webbed. So beautiful. All right, then we have the Empress. So lovely with the wheat, the water, the gorgeous tree in the background, giving you that sense of growth and her connection to the earth. Very thoughtful look on her face, but then as you can see, she's almost a type of fawn. The soft, like doe-like ears with the horns. And the Emperor, again, horned as well, almost like a ram, but then he has the body of a lion. He's taken some sort of kill here, whether it be a deer or gazelle, we're not sure. The Hierophant. Now this is interesting to me because a bull would have hooves, and then even these hands don't look human. They're very clawed and malicious looking almost. But you still have the key, classic, and then even the headpiece is very original for the Rider-Waite-Smith. The Lovers, I absolutely adore this card. I feel like their love is maybe not allowed. It's forbidden. She's so beautiful, fey with these gorgeous wings, and he may be human. And here we have some fruit on the ground, but then intertwined is this giant serpent looking down on them. Really, really lovely. Now we have the Chariot, depicted almost with these like water horses here. And then the mer person riding, one of them almost has like a shark's fin, which is really awesome. I love the full moon as well. Then we have Strength. She's grasping, holding this lion, but yet she has the body of a lioness. Look at him with his paw on top of her. It's very beautiful. The Hermit, a fawn-like creature, even though these horns make me feel more like maybe an elk or a caribou, but still hooved. I love the staff here with this sphere of magic almost, but then the magic is represented here as well as the path is being lit with their own forces. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. And I do love that all the seasons are shown here. And then also the fox is in his, spring summer coat here. And then we'll just turn the card and then he's got his winter coat. I really like that depiction. And then we have Justice. She is amazing. Part ostrich almost. She's got the sword into a massive snake here at the bottom of the card, and then in the scale she has a feather and a heart. Her headdress with the veil is really gorgeous to me as well. I love this depiction. She looks very powerful. And then for the Hangman we have a mermaid tangled in a rope. Death. I love this. I almost want to say maiden, but she's very mer folk with the gills and the finned ears here, but she's crowned as well as the skeleton here is crowned. You have the sword, a cup, and a wand, and the pentacles almost look like they're in his eyes, like he was possibly sent out to sea in a boat with gold coins on his eyes and cast a flame. And she is of the water, and she has claimed him. Next we have Temperance. She is gorgeous. I love this half tiger, yet she's got stunning wings with the orange and white feathers, black as well. Beautiful sense of balance with the way that she holds the cups and the water. The Devil card. I actually really love this depiction, even though it gives me the Hobbit and Smaug vibes with the dragon and his treasure hoard. Although, look at these supplicants, or these prisoners, excuse me. They are chained, yet they seem to be just enjoying themselves, drinking. There's a pomegranate here grasped in her hand, but they're both horned, both fawn-like people with the fawn ears. The Tower. This is awesome. The sea serpent, the fire into this tower here, coming out the windows. The Star, we have another sea serpent here. This one looks a lot kinder though, wrapped around. She's very angelic with the wings too. The Moon, oh, I love this one. So we do have the full moon, and then this white dragon sits upon a cliff, and then the water almost looks like wolves here. Tons of faces of wolves in the water. The Sun. This looks very Egyptian to me, more of an Egyptian style. Cat, goddess potentially. She wears this dress, the sunflowers. This Judgment card, I absolutely adore. It's just, you know, it's hard to say if this is one of those. Is she part fox with the ears hair here and the long red hair? The skeletons that she's summoning forth look like foxes. And she has this fox clutched to her that's been pierced with an arrow. So that sense of inner calling or rebirth. And then the flowers as well are really beautiful. I just love that. And then the World. This card feels very Celtic to me because of this giant stone behind that looks very weathered. That was once carved with these Celtic, can almost see like a bull's head down here, and then potentially a lion. And she is a fawn clutching a newborn baby deer. It's so precious. And the foxgloves, the flowers are gorgeous too. All right, so first we have cups, and this suit is depicted by spring, the artist has indicated in the book. And also the frame around is going to be the same color for the entire suit. So whereas in the majors, it was just whatever card, whatever color kind of went with the card, that was the color of the frame. But for the minors, they all have the same color frame. So here we almost have a mer person or maybe a water nymph holding this cup. See the hands here wrapped around. So now for the rest of the suit until we get to the courts, it is going to be more pippish, but there is an animal depicted as well. So we have the Two of Cups. And I love the sense of connection with their tails intertwined like that. The seahorse. Three of Cups. Gorgeous goldfish. The sense of connection as they flow around, almost like the Pisces symbol. Huge manta ray for the Four of Cups. 5, we have a hammerhead shark, and he's been pierced. You can see his tail here, and the blood, and then the other sharks circling around. 6 of Cups with the dolphins. Seven of Cups with the eel, guarding this treasure. Eight of Cups with the jellyfish. Nine of Cups with a gorgeous octopus. Full moon is beautiful as well. Oh, I love this one with the narwhals. We have the 10 of Cups. This narwhal family. I love the color of this almost like Northern Lights feeling. So peaceful in the family with the young here. All right, and then we move on to the court. Page of Cups with a flying fish here. She's balancing on one foot. This knight, I love this knight. There's this serpent body here twisted around the front of the card. He's got the head, he's grasping in one hand. And the horse is beautiful as well. But he also gives me really elvish vibes, if you can kind of see it on his face. But he looks so refined, and the horse does as well. Definitely that air of refinement. But potentially maybe fanciful with his slaying of the dragon here, the sea serpent. Queen of Cups, I love her. The jewels here match her necklace and her crown and her cup. And this seal, the way he's looking at her is so loving. They have a very tender connection. And then I love the King of Cups as well. I'm sorry, I love every card. But same with the jewel matching in his scepter, and then his crown and the cup, and then he's got this, such a sweet walrus here. And he looks so caring. Oh. All right, so then the next suit we have is Wands, which is depicted by Summer in this deck. And then we have this lovely kind of reddish orange border around. Same thing again with some sort of, I want to say like fire nymph, or, you know, she's completely engulfed in flames, yet here's the hands grasping the wand with the skull. For the Two of Wands, we have cats. Three of Wands, we have a wolf, which I absolutely love. I feel like maybe this is his territory in the background here. He could be the leader of the pack. Four of Wands, family of lions. I love how they all have flowers on their heads. This cub here is adorable. I really get that sense of freedom. They look so proud. Five, two tigers fighting. Six. So I would want to call this a mountain lion, but I'm pretty sure it's a cougar. Not quite sure on the difference, I'm sorry. We can see these rabbits here hiding along the bottom. And so this cougar has a sense of triumph. The forest is trembling at her presence, or his presence. Seven of Wands, we have this jackal, aggressive stance, fighting for this spot on the rock. The cheetah for the Eight of Wands, really gorgeous in movement. I love the illustration here. This paw stretched out front. Knight of Wands with this Arctic fox. So even though this is a summer deck, in the summer the tundra would still be snowy, but the days would be longer. This fox would have to hunt through the summer in order to be able to survive for the winter. And I really like this sense of perseverance for this card. Really, really beautiful. 10. With a leopard or maybe a jaguar, has a gazelle here struggling to bring it up this tree so that nobody else can take it. It's made this wonderful kill in this hunt. Really gorgeous. And then for the courts, we have the Page of Wands with this African wild dog. I love the ears. He looks very enthusiastic, confident. Then we have the Knight of Wands. Just got their wand or spear here into this creature beneath the horse as the horse kind of tramples over. Tooth and horn here, but I'm not sure what it is. Very confident and get a sense of passion. I think it's maybe the colors, the reds too. Oh, I love her. Look at her headdress with this panther and her stance. The eyes of this panther too. And then the King of Wands with a lion. He has kind of on this collar and headdress as well. He feels very Polynesian to me, also with the volcano in the background. And then we move on to the Suit of Swords. All of these cards have the little bluish teal border around the side. And again, we have sort of this person hidden in the air and the clouds swirling and then the hands grasping. And we move on to Two of Swords with these barn owls at a standstill with this mouse they've got captured here. Three of Swords. Beautiful depiction, but very sad. The swan is gorgeous. The full moon in the background. Four of Swords with this moth. And then Five of Swords, these two pheasants fighting. Sense of discord. Blood flying here. Oh, this is beautiful. For the Six of Swords, I like how you can see the different stages here, and its chrysalis completely enclosed, starting to open as they're letting their wings dry. This one's completely open and beautiful, flying. I love this depiction. Two lovebirds. They almost don't even notice the serpent has snuck in to take their eggs. And then for the 8, we have a blue jay. 9 ravens. If you notice here, only these two are being pierced. The 3 here have not gotten this one. I do really like this depiction, but it's interesting how it's a fox and the vultures are benefiting from his demise. Then we have the Page of Swords, the hummingbirds. Knight of Swords engaged with this, I don't even know, like a feathered dragon. Very beautiful. This gold belly here, the feet are down, and then some white wings. And the horse is beautiful as well. Very, his headdress and the way he's dressed, very Persian, almost. Oh, look at this harpy eagle with the Queen of Swords. I love her dress, is beautiful. Her crown, her jewelry, everything. And then the King of Swords with the peacock. I love it. Then we move on to Pentacles, which is depicted by Winter in this deck. And then it has this goldish yellow frame around all of the cards in this suit. Again, we have this almost stone person in this tree here, holding on to the horns that's supporting this pentacle as the snow comes down. Really interesting. Move on to Two of Pentacles with these sheep, mountain sheep, or excuse me, probably mountain goat. Oxen for the Three of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. I'm not sure what this is. A type of gazelle, maybe? We'll just read what this one, because I did want to read one so you could see what the description was. So for the Four of Pentacles, I've collected my treasures close to my chest. I will not relinquish these comforts no matter the test. An old ibex sits guarding his treasures. Though he is well established and his past ways have earned him significant success, winter is fast approaching. If he does not move before the frost claims him, he will surely perish. Such is the duality of the Four of Pentacles. On one hand, the card suggests that you have enjoyed significant past success, yet on the other hand, it also indicates that you have grown so paranoid about losing your current stability that you may let new opportunities pass you by. And then it gives an upright and a reverse, and then some bullet points down here as well. So an ibex. Horns are gorgeous, curled around. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. This deer here with her young. Bambi vibes with eating the bark off the tree for sure. And then the Six of Pentacles. An elk here. I love the cardinals. Seven of Pentacles. It's another, gosh, I want to say like one of those Highland oxes like you see in Scotland. But let's look. A young yak with a budding tree behind. So a yak. And then a donkey. I love this depiction for the donkey for the Eight of Pentacles with the flower crown on. Oh. Here we have the gazelle. Nine Pentacles. With the grapes, which lends to the classic Rider-Waite-Smith. Oh, the Ten of Pentacles with the rhinos. Oh. Really beautiful. Page of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, again, see that all the knights are in combat or fighting a dragon down here. So the horse is stepping over and through the dragon. The Queen of Pentacles with this ram is beautiful. I love the tree in the background too. So loving the way she's looking down. Oh. She looks very trustworthy. And the King of Pentacles with this bull. Classic, the grapes in the background, but he looks very reliable. Alrighty, so let's just take a look at the edging here. I have had this deck for a couple years now, and I do riffle shuffle it. And so you can see it's very nice. The edging is gorgeous. And then the backs of the cards, it's almost like this star feeling. They are reversible. And these are completely matte, not a single gloss there as I directed the light. But when I first got it, it was really sticky to shuffle. And I couldn't overhand shuffle it at all either. But once it got worked in, it was one of those ones where like you pull it out of the box and it's almost in one piece. And I kind of had to like try to bend it a little bit to get the cards to kind of break apart. And now it's a lot easier to shuffle, but it still does kind of get a little chunky, like you can see it there, but it fans out decent now. So there you have it. The Children of Litha Tarot, created by Alexandria Huntington. So this is the blackout edition. So at the time of filming this video, if you went to go purchase this deck, that is the one that is still available, the blackout edition. Just really lovely. I love the imagination that went into the majors especially, and how it is pippish, but then it gives you that animal depiction as well. So you can read it both ways with the animal and the pip. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye.